Hello dear students, welcome back to your science classes. How are you all? I hope you all are healthy and doing well. So students, I'm your science educator again here with a new chapter. And today we have chapter number 3, which is dispersal of seeds and fruits. So before starting this chapter, we have to understand this. What does mean by dispersal? As we already know that living things, okay, and plant is one of the example of living things, but plants cannot move from one place to another place by their own. They need some external force to move around and around. So this is your dispersal. How these seeds, the seeds of the plants, how they move from one place to another place by the external forces. So what are the learning objectives we have in today's class? The first one, dispersal by wind. So first we are going to learn about how the seeds disperse by wind. Next, dispersal by water, dispersal by animals, and dispersal by sitting upon the fruit. So these are the 4 learning objectives today we have. So let's get started our class. So here, when the seeds are mature, the whole fruit or the individual seeds fall from the parent plant to the ground, and these seeds may then germinate. So we already understood what does mean by germinate, because this is our last chapter concept, right? I hope so you have remembered this concept. Now what we have to understand here, seeds when they mature, not before maturing time. So when they mature, the whole fruit or the individual plant just drop out their seeds on the ground, okay, and further they germinate with the help of soil. In many plants, the fruit or seeds are adapted in such a way that they are carried a long distance from the parent plant. This is called dispersal of seeds and fruits. So when these seeds are travel a long distance from their parent plant, that it means they are dispersed. Now, how they travel this long distance? Because they cannot move their own. So seed dispersal is important because it prevents too many plants growing close together. If this happens, it's compete for light, water, and nutrient so that none of them grow properly. Dispersal also allows the plant to grow or reach new areas. So what we understand here, dispersal plays a very important role. Just because of that, if we have so many seeds on one place only, so they fight for light, water, and nutrients. As we already know that as the population increase, so we have to fight for jobs, we have to fight for food, we have to fight for good water, right? So the same thing is considered, and same thing happened for the plants as well. So that is why dispersion is very important, because with the help of dispersion they can reach far places as well, and where they cannot fight, where they don't need to fight for light, water, and nutrients. So the dispersal of seeds and fruits take place with the help of agents like. So we have some agents to move seed from one place to another place, and these are the agents we have. The agents we have: wind, water, and animals. So now we are going to learn about dispersal by wind. The seeds and fruits scattered by wind are usually small and light. In this way, they can be blown about easily. So some have special hair or wing-like structure to help them float in the air. As we already know that some of the plants have very small and light-weighted seeds, right? So these kind of seeds we can easily flew in the air with the simple blow and with the wind as well. So now small and light seeds. Seeds of some grasses and orchids are small and light. The seeds which disperse by the help of wind, they are the first characteristics of for them is small and light, because the things which is small, for example, you have a tiffin box, it cannot travel with the help of wind from one place to another place. If you have a polythene, if you have a paper bag, so it can travel from one place to another place with the help of wind. So the same process and the same concept is applied here. If we have small and light seeds, then they can travel from one place to another place, and we can also say they can disperse by wind. So they are easily blown from one place to from place to place. Orchids produce the finest seeds. Now, seeds with here, seeds of cotton and milkweed, Achleropis, are surrounded by long hair. This makes them even lighter. The seeds can thus be lifted readily and carried away by the slightest breeze. The fruit of clam Clematis also has a hairy style. So what we understand here, if we have a hair on the seeds, so it is also helpful for us to travel with the help of wind. For example, you have here, I have here, if there is a strong wind, so what happened? First of all, you see the movement of air here because this is very light and light in weight. That is why they can move from one place to another place with the help of wind. Okay. So now we have seeds with wing. Seeds of cinchona and drumsticks have wing-like structures. The shoria fruit looks like a shuttlecock. It has five wing-like structures. The wings help the seeds and fruits to stay afloat in the air longer and hence to be blown farther. So what we understand here, if we have seeds with wing-like structure, they can also move from one place to another place with the help of wind. Just because of that, they have wings. But the one thing more we have to understand here, that they move along. Wait, where we have the line that hence to be blown farther because they have wing-like structure. So with the help of wind, they can cover a long distance from their parent plant. Now we are going to learn about dispersal by water. In this, as the name suggests, we have to see how with the help of water they can move their seeds from one place to another. So plants which grow by the sea in the mangrove swamps or in freshwater ponds usually have fruit seeds that can float in water. So we have some kind of seeds as well which can float on water. Most of the fruits have fibrous husks to protect the seeds from getting wet. Each seed is protected by a hard shell. So when the seed it's traveled by the way of water, it has a hard shell which protected it from the water. Air is wrapped between the fibers of the husk. This makes the fruit light enough to float in water. Water lily, lotus, and coconut are some such examples. So these are the examples we have: water lily, lotus, and coconut, which can travel, which can the seeds which disperse by the water. The mangrove seedling is special. The mangrove seedling is special. The seed germinates when it is still attached to the parent plant. It is light and can float on water. So what we understand about mangrove here, that it is a special. So now the question is, ma'am, why is it special? Because the seed germinate when it's still attached to the parent plant. It is not possible. For each and every seed, it should be removed by the parent plant, and then we have to then we have to settle down in the soil the seed and further they grow. But in mangrove plant, what we see, that they can grow, they can germinate, still attaching with their parent plant. So this is the special thing which make mangrove different from rest of the plant seeds we have. And one more thing, they are light in weight and they can also float on water as well. Now we are going to learn about the dispersal by animals. So how animals help us to disperse seeds from one place to another place. So it generally means when plants move from one place to another, so sometimes the seeds are stuck in their feet and sometimes in hair, which help us to move from one place to another place. Let's read about this in detail. So dispersal of seeds and fruits by animals is very common. The seeds are thrown away. Some animals pluck sweet and juicy fruits from the trees and carry them away to eat. Right? You often see if you have a pet dog. So what they do, they just take a bite or anything they want to eat. They just stuck their food in their mouth and then move from one place to another place. So in that process, what will happen? That the seeds are dispersed in the middle. So they eat the flesh of the fruit and leave the seeds behind. In this way, they help in scattering the seeds away from the parent plant. Common examples are mango, fig, and papaya. So I hope so. This is very understood for you, right? This is very easy. And the fruits are eaten with seeds. So some fleshy and juicy fruits such as guava, tomato, and cherry have small and hard seeds. While eating the flesh, the seeds are swallowed whole and remain unharmed in the body. Later, they pass out of the body. Birds swallow some seeds which come out without any damage in their dropping. Example, pepper. So what we understand is some kind of seeds we have. The seeds are very small and light and they cannot disturb our digestive system in animals as well. So what will happen? So when they pee out and when they excrete their waste, so in that case the seeds are also excreted out by with the out of their body, and this will help us to prevent the seed scattering and help us the disposing of the seeds. Now seeds and fruits with organs of attachment. When we walk through a field of tall grasses, we are likely to collect many grass fruits on our socks, trousers, legs, etc. One such example is of love grass. Fruit. Its fruit has many stiff hairs at the base of the fruit. These here help the fruit to stick onto our socks and trousers, legs. When we find them on our socks, we usually pick them out and throw them away, thus helping to scatter them. So now this one of the example for human beings as well. So sometimes what will happen, we just attach some kind of seeds to our socks, to our trousers, and when we realize that, oh yeah, we have some seeds on our clothes, so we just remove them. So it will help us to prevent the seed scattering. Now, some fruits and seeds have special hook-like structures, barbs or stiff hair, which cling onto the Some fruits and seeds have special hook-like structures, barbs or stiff hair, which cling on the fur or skin of passing animals. Unknowingly, the animals carry these fruits and seeds some distance away from the parent plant. After some time, the fruits and seeds get rubbed off and they fall to the ground. When they fall on the fertile ground, they grow into new plants. So as I already explained you this example, that sometimes what happen, some kind of seeds which have hook like structure, they just get attached to the animal's body, and you already know animals just rub themselves on a lot of time. So at that time, these kind of seeds are removed out. They just get out, remove out from their body, and at that time, if they fall on a fertile ground, so they can grow in a new plant. Now, dispersal by splitting open the fruit. Some plants have fruits which split open when ripe. These fruits usually have a dry brown skin. The fruit curls up when it splits. Sometimes the fruit splits with a loud crack, catching the seeds with a great force. Some common examples are balsam fruit, rubber fruit, and pods, beans, and peas. So these are the examples we have when we split them. So at that time, their seeds are dispersed, right? So now this is the end of your chapter, students. I hope so you like this chapter. In this chapter, what you have to understand, the dispersal process we have for the seed. That's it. Once you have to read this chapter your own, and then you will get your exercise solved by. So after this, you can solve your exercise your own. So students, this is the end of your chapter. Now I'm going to meet you in your next class. Till that, bye bye. Have a good day.